Have you ever woken up feeling like your body is encased in a tight, unyielding suit of armor? You stretch, you crack your neck, you might even force down a massive liter of water hoping to loosen up. But hours later, that nagging stiffness in your lower back or your shoulders is still there. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. We are told that the solution to stiff joints and tight muscles is to just drink more water. But the water you're drinking is simply passing right through you, never actually reaching the very tissues that are crying out for it. Today, we are talking about the fascial drought. Your body is held together by the fascia, a continuous three-dimensional web. And right now, for many, that web is silently dehydrating. We are uncovering why chugging water isn't enough, how sitting is literally squeezing the life out of your tissues, and how you can unlock a hidden state of cellular hydration to reclaim your mobility, muscle growth, and freedom of movement. Please like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. To understand why your body feels stiff, we first have to completely unlearn what we know about water. What is exclusion zone, or EZ water? And why does it form a gel-like substance inside your healthy cells? Most of us were taught in grade school that water has three phases: liquid, solid ice, and vapor. But groundbreaking biophysics research, pioneered by Dr. Gerald Pollack at the University of Washington and expanded upon in a 2023 clinical review of cellular hydration, reveals a fourth phase. Inside the biological environment of your cells, water doesn't slosh around like liquid in a glass. When water interacts with the hydrophilic, or water-loving surfaces of your cellular proteins, it structurally transforms. It shifts from standard H2O into a dense, highly organized crystalline grid known as H3O2. This is exclusion zone water. It's called the exclusion zone because this dense molecular grid physically pushes out impurities and toxins. But more importantly, this H3O2 acts like a biological gel. It is viscous, slippery, and electrically charged. This gel-like state is what gives your healthy cells their volume, their bounce, and their resilience. When you are truly hydrated, you aren't just full of liquid. Your cells are plump with this structured easy gel. When this gel is present, your tissues glide. When it's missing, your tissues grind. Now, let's look at what happens when this gel dries up. How does dehydrated fascia glue your muscles together, restricting both movement and hypertrophy? Your fascia is the connective tissue that wraps every single muscle, bone, nerve, and organ in your body. Think of it like a biological shrink wrap. In a healthy, hydrated body, the fascial sheets separating your muscles are lubricated by EZ water, allowing your muscles to slide effortlessly past one another when you run, reach, or lift. But when a fascial drought occurs, this tissue changes state. A 2022 study in the Journal of Anatomy demonstrated that dehydrated fascia loses its crimped, springy architecture. The collagen fibers begin to mat down and stick together. Instead of sliding like two pieces of wet silk, the fascial layers begin to act like biological Velcro. We call these adhesions. When your fascia is glued down, you lose your range of motion. You feel tight. But even more critically for those looking to improve their physical frame, this rigid fascia acts as a physical barrier to muscle growth or hypertrophy. If a muscle is wrapped in a tight, unyielding, dehydrated casing, it literally does not have the physical space to expand. You can lift heavy weights and eat perfect protein, but if your fascia is glued shut, your muscle growth will hit a suffocating plateau. This brings us to a massive misconception in the health and fitness world. Why does drinking gallons of regular water fail to hydrate the fascial web effectively? We've all tried it. You feel stiff, so you force yourself to drink a gallon of water a day. But instead of feeling limber, you just end up running to the bathroom every 20 minutes. Here is the physiological truth. Bulk liquid water does not automatically become structured EZ water just because you swallowed it. Your fascial web does not have a dedicated pump like the heart to force fluids into it. It is an avascular tissue, meaning it relies entirely on a slow process of osmosis and mechanical pressure to draw moisture in. Furthermore, if your water lacks essential trace minerals and electrolytes, like magnesium, potassium, and sodium, your cells won't have the electrical charge necessary to draw the water across the cell membrane to structure it. You are essentially pouring water on a completely dried out crusty kitchen sponge. The water just runs off the sides. To actually hydrate the fascia, the water needs an invitation, and it needs a mechanical force to pull it deep into the web. So, how do we get the water into the web? How does dynamic bouncing movement physically squeeze the fascia to pull structured water inside? Remember the dried out kitchen sponge? If you want it to absorb water, you can't just pour water on top of it. You have to submerge it, squeeze it tightly, and then let it expand. As it expands, it creates a vacuum that sucks the water deep into its core. Your fascial system works on the exact same mechanical principle. This process is called mechanotransduction. When you engage in dynamic bouncing movements, like jumping rope, light jogging, or rhythmic plyometrics, you are physically compressing your fascial springs. As you land, you squeeze the old stagnant fluid out of the tissue. As you rebound into the air, the fascia expands, creating a negative pressure vacuum that violently pulls fresh fluids, nutrients, and water directly into the collagen matrix. A fascinating 2024 biomechanics paper published in Frontiers in Physiology confirmed that rhythmic oscillatory movement stimulates specialized cells called fibroblasts to rapidly remodel and rehydrate the fascial web. You cannot sit your way to hydrated fascia. You have to squeeze it, bounce it, and move it to bring it back to life. Let's look at the specific chemical engine that makes this movement possible. Why does hyaluronic acid require EZ water to successfully keep your joints and muscles lubricated? You probably recognize hyaluronic acid from expensive skincare serums, but it is naturally produced inside your body, and it is the primary lubricant secreted between your deep fascial layers. It is the ultimate biological motor oil. However, it is what we call a highly hydrophilic molecule. It absolutely loves water. In fact, it can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. But here's the catch. Hyaluronic acid is completely useless without the water. When your tissues are dehydrated, the hyaluronic acid inside your fascia becomes incredibly thick, sticky, and gummy. Researchers call this fascial densification. Instead of lubricating the tissue, it acts like sticky molasses, causing severe stiffness and pain. But when you provide the body with proper minerals, infrared sunlight, and mechanical movement, it binds with the EZ water, instantly transforming from sticky molasses back into a slick, frictionless fluid. The synergy between hyaluronic acid and structured EZ water is the secret to moving like you did when you were 18 years old. Now, we must confront the modern lifestyle habit that is causing this drought. How does chronic sitting squeeze the EZ water completely out of your lower back tissues? Think back to the sponge analogy. If you place a heavy brick on a wet sponge and leave it there for 8 hours, what happens? All the water is squeezed out and the sponge becomes flat and dry. This is precisely what you are doing to your thoracolumbar fascia, the massive, diamond-shaped web of connective tissue in your lower back, when you sit at a desk all day. When you sit, you are applying sustained, unrelenting mechanical compression to the tissues of your lumbar spine and glutes. This chronic pressure forces all the fluid out of the fascial layers, causing local ischemia, which is a severe restriction of blood and fluid flow. A 2023 ergonomic study found that just 2 hours of uninterrupted sitting reduces the sliding capacity of the lower back fascia by up to 30%. The tissues become glued together under the pressure. This is why, when you finally stand up at the end of the workday, your lower back feels locked in place. You haven't injured a disc. You have completely wrung out your fascial sponge. Fortunately, the damage is not permanent. If we understand the physics of fascia, we can reverse it. What is the role of deep tissue massage or foam rolling in restoring the water matrix of stiff muscle? When your fascia has reached that state of densification, when the hyaluronic acid has turned to sticky glue, you need a specific type of intervention. This is where the biological principle of thixotropy comes in. Thixotropy is the property of certain gels to become fluid when agitated, heated, or placed under shear stress. When you use a foam roller, a massage gun, or receive deep tissue manual therapy, you are applying mechanical friction and heat to the stuck tissues. This physical stress causes the rigid, glued-down EZ water and hyaluronic acid to literally melt back into a slippery, fluid state. A 2021 clinical review in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy highlighted that slow, sustained pressure from foam rolling triggers a parasympathetic nervous system response that signals the fibroblasts to release fresh fluid into the tissue. You aren't breaking up scar tissue with a foam roller. You are melting the fascial glue. You are manually resetting the water matrix, opening the floodgates so your muscles can breathe, expand, and recover. Here is the doctor's verdict. Stay easy hydrated. Your body is not a machine made of dry, isolated parts. It is a brilliant, interconnected, fluid-filled web. For too long, we have treated stiffness as a life sentence and muscle plateaus as genetic limits. But the truth is, your biology is desperately waiting for the right signals to heal. You don't need to accept chronic tightness. By understanding the power of structured, easy water, incorporating dynamic, bouncing movements into your day, taking breaks to release the pressure from your lower back, and using manual therapy to melt the adhesions, you can end the Fascial Drought. It's about building a sustainable, vibrant lifestyle that honors your body's need for true deep hydration. You have the power to rehydrate the web. I want to hear from you. What is your favorite way to get your body moving and bouncing in the morning? Let me know in the comments below. Keep moving, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.